So what we're looking at here is a photograph of some Norfolk pines that I happened to be taking note of in the Gold Coast of Australia while visiting there recently, and their Norfolk pines are in a dire state of severe disease, I guess. I don't think anyone knows what's causing these deaths of the trees or this illness or sickness that is affecting them, but it's a vast problem, so it will be global. And this particular species is only one of very many that are being affected. The population of the Norfolk pines, I would suspect, in the Gold Coast may be gone within 10 years. So if we think of this as one tree, and this is just one I'm documenting, there are literally hundreds of others that are suffering the same demise, and the question is why? Why are they suddenly losing the ability to thrive and survive? What is going on in our atmosphere or our environment that is making these dramatic changes? These Norfolk pines should have great big long healthy branches with plenty of green foliage on them, and you can see they're literally being, it's as if they're being starved of nutrients or something. Now whether it's a virus or a mite, who would know? I'm not a specialist in trees by any means, but I am a very good observer. You know, and I don't think other people seem to be noticing this change around them in their environment, because I think perhaps if people were noticing, there should be more people doing something about it and showing more concern.
Pine can live for 150 years, but this tree has been deemed a safety hazard.
If you left it, you run the danger of branches falling.
And more could be chopped down in the future.
Yes, others will probably require attention, but we will be looking at that in the long term.
And it's not just a problem for Napier. The Tauranga City Council is trying to save more than a dozen pines from a mystery illness along the Mount Maunganui beachfront. Arborists are injecting micronutrients into the trees.
So no matter how you want to view these, they're all suffering from various degrees of disease. This to me has been a fairly rapid decline in the state of health of the trees. And as I say, this is but one particular species, and it's certainly showing quite strong evidence of effect in a lot of New Zealand trees, and certainly in these Australian ones. Pretty much every photo is a different bunch of trees, just while I'm out walking, looking around the general beautiful surroundings. You know, we have to really think, what is causing this? And the number of species, and it's not just plant species, guys, it's animals as well that we see suffering stress and ill health and choosing to leave the planet, if you like, so that they're becoming extinct or in such low numbers that they're failing to be able to breed and continue to thrive. There's big changes on our planet, and I think as humans we are at a loss to understand what the changes are, how deep they go, and why they're occurring. But it would be foolish to put your head in the sand over it, because they're very real.
Ever been to Tāne Mahuta, just below the Hokianga? And many of you will have. The world's largest Kauri tree, somewhere in the region of 2,000 years old. You'll understand the awe it inspires. But wherever they are, Kauri trees are beautiful, unique to the North Island of New Zealand, and increasingly under attack. The enemy is microscopic. It's a water mould responsible for the deaths of an unknown number of Kauri trees, perhaps thousands, across the upper North Island, and the situation is getting worse. So are we now facing the terrible prospect of a future without Kauri trees? Tristram Clayton investigates.
A creeping black death is attacking our forests. In its sights, Agathis australis, the mighty Kauri. So you are confident that you will one day have some form of treatment?
I think we will have a treatment that you could use on individual trees, yes. I think we're not looking at eradication of a disease like this. It's not feasible.